Hello everyone, Aquan Blue Jay here. We are back with another video of Cemetery Mary. Now, I haven't touched a game in for a while because the game is like a really long game and trying to get the defendants and stuff is insane. But I'm back today because I got the good ending for Croven. Um and hopefully in this video or next video um, I should have the true ending for the game, and once I get the true ending for the game, I can play one of Arcade Kitten's other games, which is a direct prequel to Cemetery Mary, but it requires the true ending to um, see what it's about. So, we are back in. So we got the true ending for Croven, and basically we haven't heard from any of the people, like we haven't heard from the mystery number, we haven't heard Twyla. Um, basically, essentially, if you remember last time we played this game, Twyla basically took Croven, and we haven't heard from Croven or anyone in a while. So now, we actually know what's going on with Croven since he never did any of that stuff. So, yeah. Is that you, Quilvin? Concerned, I rushed downstairs to make sure everything was okay. And once I turned into the kitchen, I saw... Yo, Mars! It was supposed to be a surprise. Quilvin, you making breakfast? I'm not usually this bad at it, I swear. But you know that, right? Of course I do. But why? I just thought it'd be nice, you know. Quill, thank you. I really appreciate it. I helped Quilvin clean up the situation, so that way we could sit and enjoy the morning together. When he asked me, "Hey Mars, I know this is sun, but mind taking a trip somewhere with me today?" You know something? Despite how long I knew Quilvin and his family, I've never been to Hollinsay myself. Well, no, I've come here to visit their home on holidays. And there was that other event, but other than that, I haven't had any memories of time spent here. But I've always heard such good things about it. It makes me wonder how Cloven's family could have moved in the first place. It's so weird. What? I don't know, just like it feels weird to actually be standing here. Well, say everything you thought it'd be. I don't know. We just got here. I'll show you around then. See if it lives up to the hype. Cloven and I had a wonderful time exploring Hollinsay together. We rented bicycles to get around town for a bit. I can't remember the lazy time uh, but I think that's supposed to be last. I can't remember the last time I rode a bike. There was so much room to ride and lots of pretty sights to see. Flowers lined the streets and there were always more with every step you took. It felt like being on vacation. I felt like I was a tourist. How had I never visited when it was never even that far? It it's not like I dislike Blackwood. Blackwood is fine the way it is. In fact, I love Blackwood, but I can see why they like living in Hollinsay so much. Such a gorgeous place to be. Why would you ever want to leave? They have such a nice view of the sunset here. Yeah, Dad always used to walk me around here because of it. Told me he proposed to Mom here. But I think he's full of shit. Don't tell him that I said that, though, okay? Of course I won't. Uh, should I do it now? I mean, yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready. Right. See you soon. I lay back against the tree. I know it isn't normally how I start this process, but I don't think I could bring myself to lie in the door in front of them this time. It was fine though, I think. Close enough, right? Am I here? Really here? There's a house in front of me, but it's not one I recognize. Behind that front door, can it really be? I picked myself up off the ground and walked over to the door. There's only one thing to do now. I knocked on the door. I lifted my hand to knock again when... Hello? Oh, Mary? Goodness gracious. What are you doing here? No, it's not what you think. It's nothing bad, I promise. Auntie, you're... Honey! Come on! Huh? What? Come look who's at the door! It's Mary! Who? Mary! What? No, it's not like that. Look, come see. I can't come to the door. I am dressed for company. Well, that doesn't matter. Come on. I watched as my aunt disappeared into the house, going to fetch my uncle. Even though I had done this a few times already, seeing that I could really see my aunt and uncle. Mary! I'm so happy to see you again. Hi, kiddo. How you doing? My aunt, my uncle. I miss you guys so much. I miss you too, sweetheart. There's so much I want to tell you about. And Groven, oh, he'd be so happy if he could see you guys. Oh, we love to see him too, but as much as I love that boy, I think I prefer not to see him for a while. How are you here anyways, kid? It's a long story. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm happy to see you guys again. And I know he will be too. So, uh, how did it go? Well, I did see them. Really? I mean, yeah, of course you did. But did the same with Theo. Um, what did you talk about? Well, I didn't have a lot of time to speak with them much, but they really want to know more than anything that they love you. And you know that you're going to do great. I know it's not much. It's probably anyone would be expecting to hear, but I know they really mean it, and yeah, those losers would say something like that, huh? Couple old coots who can't think of anything original. That's just like them. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Don't know where things go from here. Don't know if we're going to find my parents, or if I'll ever figure out who that mystery number was, or even what tomorrow will bring. But what I do know is that as long as I'm with Croven, we'll figure it out somehow. Hey, come on, sit down with me. There's still a little more I could tell you about, like how your mom still looks like a movie star, how your dad looks like he hasn't brushed his hair in forever. The good end of Cemetery Mary. Not so far after all. Now, if I've done this correctly, there should be a continuation. No, that's not quite right. That shouldn't be the conclusion that you came to. I mean, not after all that stuff you did. Maybe the sin is enough to satisfy you, but it's not really how it's supposed to happen. So that brings us to a question. Do you want to see how it really supposed to end? I thought so. But in order to see how this really should finish, we're going to have to go back. Let's rewind a bit, shall we? It's been a few days since then. Grover seems to be doing a little better than usual. I think he's really trying extra hard right now. And he's been seeing us up here again too. I think that's nice. I think that's good for them. I'm happy to see them having a nice time together again. I had a nice day myself actually. sometimes it's nice to just return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure I put at least one flower on every grave today, though I haven't talked to any of them. I've considered doing that, but like others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places, especially if there's a killer on the loose. So I decided I wouldn't do that today. But that's not what happened though. Truthfully, I didn't mean to fall asleep, I didn't. But when I sat back against the mausoleum we have to be outside on my feet all day, well, I was just so tired, I didn't even realize I fell asleep. So this was actually like before. So, huh. So I guess that, well, you can get different endings. Like, you can get good ending with Twyla, Reginald, or Grover. With the true ending, the story isn't told as you get it. Like, basically, the good ending with Groven never happened, I want to say, with this. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. Until I woke up to the sound of rain, I was surprised to not have had ancient dreams this time, but this was a big problem. Only the roof trim at the mausoleum was keeping me safe from the rain, and it was pouring. Most even still, it was night. The only light I could see was from the street lamps from outside the center. Oh dear, how could I have slept for so long? Well, I couldn't stay hiding under here all night. I took a big breath and ran across the cemetery to the street. Luckily, the gate was open. Again, I was surprised but thankful as I meant I would not have to find some other way out. Once I was on the sidewalk, I noticed streetlights were the only lights on. The nose seemed closed. How late was it? I wanted to pull out my phone in the rain, but wait, the bus. Okay, so instead of running to the movie theater, we actually see a bus, which is really interesting. There's the bus. I sprinted to the bus and tried to get the driver to notice me. Even though I was wearing all black, the driver seemed to see me. Thank goodness. I apologized a gazillion times as I bore into the bus and having to make them stop for me. But I'm so very, very grateful they did. I have no idea how I would have gone home had I missed the last bus. Thankfully, the rain didn't last too much longer, or perhaps we just drove out of it. Either way, it was plenty dry when I got off the bus and onto that old dirt path. It was just a bit dark, that's all. Luckily, my phone still had enough battery to use as flashlight and help light my way. Even though I'm sure I could walk this path in my sleep by now. The house was dark as I approached it. Had I not lived here for weeks, I'd even say it was scary, like a haunted abandoned cabin in the middle of the woods. It was dark, so either Grover was at home or already asleep. I tried to be as quiet as I into the front door just in case he really was sleeping. As soon as I entered, I felt a wave of tiredness rush over me. I need to sit down. Am I really so tired? And after I slept for so long, what's got me feeling like this? Maybe I should go to bed. But I have to get out of this chair first. I just need to muster that energy first. Am I still sleeping? It feels like I'm being pulled. Wait, I'm. Groven! You scared me. Sorry about that. Could you go back to sleep for me? Huh? Why? It'll just, be easier for me if you are. Groven? What are you talking about? Groven sighed and stood upon me. Follow me, please. Grover walked toward the front door. I could see a faint light on the outside. I followed him. When I exited the front door, I could see Grover out in the clearing near the house. There was a large vehicle there, but it was clearly still running. Groven? What's this? Mary, I need you to get in the car. Uh, it doesn't really matter. That's not the important part. We just need to leave, okay? No, I don't understand. What is this? Did something bad happen? Listen, I'll try to explain it all later. But for now, I just need you to trust me. Come with me. Thank you. I'll explain it eventually. Grover wanted me over to the back door of the truck and opened it for me. He held me inside, but frantically, as if to rush me. As I began to buckle in, I noticed that Grover and I weren't the only ones in this vehicle. There was a man sitting in the driver's seat. It was so dark I couldn't see his face, but Grover seemed familiar enough with him as he climbed into the passenger seat. We began to drive. I wanted to ask Grover what was happening, but not in front of the stranger. Who is this? Do I even try to ask? Well, it certainly took you long enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should fucking hope so. We wouldn't even be able to do this bullcrap if it weren't such an idiot. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better next time. Next time? Wouldn't you want there to be a next time to all this? I'm sorry. That was a poor choice of words. Whatever. I don't want to get mad at Aunt Mary. It's just, it is alright. As long as we continue like this, then it should be just fine. Um, what are things exactly? I hope you're right about that. Because if I have to worry over this a second longer, it's gonna be your head. I am aware, but have I failed you before? Uh, where are we going if I can ask? Yeah, I'd say you have. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. We've gone this far, haven't we? It isn't far enough. You think my dad would sell for this shit? In all fairness, your father was a lot more patient. Yeah, well, I'm not. This is giving me a headache. Likewise. It's fine, it's fine. Maybe we can get there, I can sit down with some coffee or something. That sounds like a good idea. I just hope it actually calms you and doesn't make you more jittery. Yeah, shut it. Now, we're never gonna make it out this way, though. How do you mean? You're kidding me. You drive like a fucking snail. You wanna go any faster, maybe? It's safer to drive like this. Starting we've hardly traveled this path before. Come on, it's a straight fucking line. Were you worried about crashing into all the other cars around us right now? I gave my reasoning. We will get there regardless. Yeah, but it'll already be sunrise when we do. Fucking give me that. Corbin suddenly grasped the steering wheel, much to the shock and worry of both me and the driver. What the hell are you doing? Let me fucking drive. Stop the car and let me drive if you're not going to listen. Let go of the wheel. This was gonna happen. I knew it. It's when you should have done it this way. What do we spend, huh? I'm after them. With what? I don't care. We're their head, right? Not letting you away. What about Mary? She was breathing on the broken, right? So you take care of her. Hey, you used to do that job by now. I'm not sticking around. Then, god damn it. Mary, can you hear me? Come on, let's get you home safe. Hmm. I'm in pain, but not a lot. Just very numb, like being hit with a big wave on the beach. Slowly I could feel my senses coming back to me. Pressed against something. I'm being held. But by who? Uh, oh, hey. You're awake. Ah! Uh-huh. Who are you? Whoa, easy now. The man let me down on my 2 feet and quickly backed away from him. Who, who were... Mary, calm down. It's me, remember? From the car with Quoven? I was driving. Ah, I recognize your voice. That makes me feel a lot better. But, may I ask what happened to Quoven? Well, it's gonna be a long story. Walk with me. So first, how much do you remember? Oh, we were driving somewhere. Ah, right. You view it from an outside perspective, so it made much sense to you. Then Clover got really mad and wanted to drive the car himself, and we hit something or swerved. It's a bit foggy. You're walking fine? You're not in any pain, are you? I think I'm okay. I just feel a little numb. You were in the back of the car, which wasn't really damaged. Think you may have hit your head, though. I guess that's why I blacked out. Even though I wasn't too much damage, the car's no longer in any shape for us to drive anywhere. Can't exactly turn back now. So our only choice is to keep walking until we can get to the next town. I wasn't sure when you'd gonna wake up, but you were out for a while, so I admit I was getting a little worried. But I did wake up for a little bit. Grova and you were yelling at each other. I heard Grova say some things. Then someone get away. Is he okay? What happened to him? Well, suppose there's no use in hiding it now. I mean, how much do you know about it? Know about what? I don't know anything about any of this. Roman just woke me up and told me we have to go. I see. I guess I'll be the one to explain them, as best as I can anyways. You don't know anything about it. I asked also from the beginning, or at least my understanding of it. Okay, so I think that's where we are going to be leaving off in today's video. If you like this game, or if you like this series, um, I would highly recommend you subscribe, click the like button, and also, once you subscribe, click that notification bell for future videos, and I will see you all guys in the next video. Have a good day.